So let's dive right in. We're going to tackle a really powerful idea today, and it's all right there in the title, how to finally run free. We're going to explore what it really means to leave the past in the dust, all the baggage, all the stuff that's been holding you down, so you can grab hold of the future that God has for you. It all comes down to one big, decisive action, stripping off every single weight that holds you back.
So let me just ask you that straight up. Are you ready? I mean, really look at that question. Are you truly ready to let go of everything from last year? The disappointments, sure, but also the setbacks, maybe even the good things that are now over. Because here's the deal, what's done is done. And the only direction that matters now is forward.
But before we can move forward, we've got to understand what's keeping us stuck in the first place. So let's start there. In this first section, we're going to talk about the weight of the past. You know that heavy, nagging feeling that we're being held down by things that are already over and done with?
I think every single one of us has been there, right? You have that quiet moment, maybe it's late at night, and you just ask yourself, why am I not getting anywhere? You realize you feel stuck. It's like you're running on a treadmill, and all that forward momentum you thought you had has just gone. It's a really frustrating and honestly a super isolating feeling.
And this right here, this nails the very heart of that feeling. This isn't just about having a bad day or a tough week. No, this is that sinking feeling when you look around and realize you're in the exact same spot, on the exact same loop as you were years ago. And that feeling of stagnation, it can be one of the most suffocating things in the world. That sense that you're just trapped in your own life.
And this leads to an incredibly deep question. When the prison isn't made of iron bars, but it's made of your own mind, your own history, your own regrets, how in the world do you break free from that? I mean, how do you escape the prison of you? It can feel absolutely impossible, but just hang with me here.
Because even when you feel completely trapped, here is the amazing truth. There is good news. There is a solution, and it's right here. There is a way out of the darkness. God has designed a clear path forward, a way to lead you out of that stuck feeling and into a life that's overflowing with purpose.
Okay, so if there's a way forward, the first thing we have to do is figure out what's blocking the path. It's time to get brutally honest. In this next part, we're going to get really specific. We're going to put a name to the anchors and chains that are keeping you from running free.
So first, let's be crystal clear about what we're talking about. When we say weights, what do we even mean? Well, this definition is key. It's anything, and I mean anything, that slows you down. It could be a mindset, a person, a habit, anything at all that keeps you from living that big, incredible, purpose-filled life you were made for.
Now, this is so helpful because it breaks it all down. Let's just look at this list and be real for a minute. Is it fear that's got you paralyzed? Maybe fear of failure? Or hey, even fear of success? Or is it that little nagging voice of self-doubt that's always whispering, you're not good enough, not smart enough? Maybe it's a bad habit you just can't seem to kick, or the wrong people in your life. Or maybe it's that sin that just wraps itself around you and trips you up every single time you try to get going.
And make no mistake about it, these are not just some vague ideas. These weights have a real physical impact. It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. They literally limit your capacity to grow. They drag down your performance in your job, in your family, in everything. And if you let them, they can completely derail the unique mission that you are put on this earth to accomplish. So just look at that list again. Which one of those just hits you right in the gut? Is it fear? A bad habit? A specific person? Take a second, be honest with yourself. And if you feel brave enough, share it in the comments below. Let's create a space where we can all admit this stuff and realize, you know what? We are not in this fight alone.
So, we've identified the weights. Now what? Well, this next part, this is the turning point. This is the whole ball game. Because just knowing the problem isn't enough. The most important step you can take is making the conscious, active choice to finally let it all go.
This quote right here gets to the absolute heart of it. It's so simple but so profound. You cannot grab your future with both hands if you're still clinging to your past. Just picture that for a second. Letting go isn't about losing something. It's an act of faith. It's about opening your hands to make room to receive something so much bigger and better that God has waiting for you.
And this chart, wow, it just lays out the mental shift so perfectly. It's a choice. You have to choose to stop replaying what they did to you and start remembering what God did for you. You have to stop staring at your past failures and start straining towards what's ahead. It's about changing the channel in your mind, from the constant replay of hurt to the celebration of every little victory.
So, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this one powerful action. This isn't just a nice little suggestion. It is an empowering command. It's an instruction to actively, intentionally, and without any apology, strip off every single thing that is weighing you down.
Okay, that all sounds great, but how? How do we actually do it? How do we go from just wanting to let go to actually doing it? Well, this next section is all about the practical, real-world steps you can start taking the second this is over.
Let's break it down into something simple. We've got a 3-step game plan. First, change your inputs, what you're feeding your mind and your spirit every day. Second, choose your influences, the people you're letting speak into your life. And third, you gotta make the hard decisions, the choices that actually line up with your purpose.
Let's talk about step 1, inputs. Let's get real. What is the very first thing you do when you wake up? If you're like most of us, you roll over, grab your phone, and dive headfirst into a sea of news, social media, and drama. You start your day by consuming chaos. But what if? What if you made one tiny change? What if you still grabbed your phone, but instead of opening up all that noise, you opened it to God's Word? That one small shift can change the entire direction of your day.
Now, step 2, influences. You've heard the saying, right? Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. It is so true. The people around you are shaping who you're becoming. You need to find people who don't just put up with you, but who challenge you, who call you up to be the person God actually created you to be.
And this brings us to a little gut check moment. I want you to just pause for a second and ask yourself these 3 huge questions. Am I in the right place? Am I with the right people? Am I making the right choices? Your honest answers to these questions, they're going to tell you so much about why you might feel stuck, and they'll light up the path forward.
All right, let's bring this all home. Once you've named the weights, made the choice to drop them, and taken those first few steps, what's next? It's time to run. It's time to actually get in the game and run the incredible, God-given race that was designed just for you.
I absolutely love this quote. It's so true. You don't have to have the whole 10-year plan figured out. You just have to start moving. Think about it. It's a lot easier for God to steer a moving car than to push a parked one. Your movement is your faith in action.
And this is just so on point. Momentum is a powerful, powerful thing. You don't need the full map. If you'll just trust Him enough to take that first step, to just get moving, He will direct you. He'll show you the open door, but you have to be walking down the hallway to even see it.
And as you start to move, I need you to let these words sink deep down into your soul. Say them with me. You were built for this. You were born for this. You were made for this. This isn't something you have to fake. The race you're called to run is the one you are perfectly and uniquely designed for.
Let that sink in. Your life is not an accident. You are not made to just be average, to play it safe, to just get by. No way. God designed you for the battle. He equipped you for the mission, and He destined you for the victory.
And here's the best part. You are not running this thing alone. I want you to picture this. A huge stadium, packed to the rafters with a massive crowd of witnesses. All the people who have run their race before you. And they are all on their feet, cheering for you, yelling for you to keep going, to not give up.
And you know why they're cheering? Because they know something that maybe you've forgotten. There is more in you than you have any idea. There is more strength, more resilience, more potential, and more God-given purpose locked inside of you than you can even begin to imagine.
So after all the thinking, all the reflecting, all the planning, it all boils down to this. Right here, right now. You've named the weights, you've decided to drop them, you've taken the first steps. Now, it's time to run.
So I want to leave you with one final, very specific question. Don't try to tackle everything at once. Just focus. What is the one weight, that one habit, that one fear, that one relationship that you will commit to stripping off starting today? Name it, say it out loud, write it down, and, if you're bold, drop it in the comments. Make a decision right now.
Hey, if this explainer inspired you today and you want to see more stuff like this, it would mean the world to us if you would hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Be thankful. And you know what? Feel free to share this with somebody who might need to hear it today. You never know what a difference that could make. Thank you so much for your time. God bless.